We had any kind of star-studded moments, it seemed to be coming from the big camp instead. Keto, Searson, looking lights out. And on the side of OG, I mean, Alexi B was pretty consistent in creating that space, getting a kill with him, at times getting more than one, but no bright stars on the OG side. CT side is where OG begin this second map. Got a little run boost, or no, a double peek.
Just for the car, I think.
Trying to get eyes over, but I don't think they saw Mantu. He's looking at his shoes.
Yeah.
What's the perspective of the man? Thank you.
He likes those shoes more than James likes his shoes. It looks like he's not really giving up on this, but they finally see him. Reverse cheerleader boost here at the corner of vlog, and it's yeah, it's a huge punish. I mean, wow. Like, I mean, if that's not proof that these teams play each other a lot, I don't know what is.
And that's preparation. And, well, that's accuracy. Valda, headshot off of the USP, looking for the third on the pistol, takes it. And now Xantera starts to wrap around the bomb site. They know Valda's in there. Tabson getting the better of him. We've got more players boosted, this time on the side of OG, but Xantera has fresh reload. Not enough. Tabson's turn at bat. There's the headshot versus Alexi, and he can't quite get it versus NBK just yet. So NBK
helps things move forward for Big Clan, but OG end up trading out a little bit better because of Valda on the site. Tag as NBK tries to get across. And sometimes you're, you know, you want to jump to you know, not get spammed through the smoke, but then you also show yourself and, you know, potentially open yourself up to get tagged as well. Sometimes you're just picking between the lesser of two evils, depending on how your opponent's picking the door, but this time Searson tags, and he is he's just really strong at controlling mid, of course.
It's not going to be a fun job for NBK crossing over to the B site today. Keep track of how many times there is that early damage so far. 1 for 2. Valda ready for the walkout. Tabson's going to use the barrel there to offset the verticality. And Valda's going to get himself 2 headshots. Pistols able to trade. Keto looking for a bit more damage. Damn, did he have some deagle moments.
I thought it was about to start again.
Mm-hmm. It was looking like it.
Guess there's still time. We get the tag off from Montu. He falls back. And long control here for the T side. And they'll start to push up. 35 seconds. They need to make a play. Can't die here after time like they have in the past.
Oh, you hate that flash. Keto's now got his hands on the M4. Tabson low HP. Missed flick shot from Searson. Issa's looking to hold the line. Alexi's floating just above him. And Tabson will take a kill with him. But then again, immediate kills. And Montu going to make work with that scout. This is what I want.
Top of the list. All right. So any counterplay here, it looks like we've just got a little bit of a utility investment. As Big give it their all on that last round with the high investment. On the half buy, Tabson takes some damage. They run down mid, but there will be casualties.
Yeah, Montu finding both damage onto Tabson and the head of Searson. Keto's gonna answer. You gotta be careful, man. These deagles through the mid doors. But Montu's just pounding out the damage at this point. He takes a bit of damage himself, but look at him go. Shot after shot from Montu. Looking for the SSG08 ace. Tizian, just give it to him. Let him have it, man. Flashbang comes over the top, and it's Alexi with the final frag. Excellent anti-eco.
I don't know what Alexi could have been saying there. What were you trying to ace?
Not on my team.
My team.
Flashbangs out long quick. Gun round from Big. MBK takes the damage. So, in terms of rounds where we have seen a scoped weapon on Searson, he is 2 for 2.
Looks like they maybe want to think about trying to punish Kara again. I don't know. Yeah, they've got the molly out. I like how they're executing off this. The walk to turn the corner. There's no one here spotting on the CT, and they don't make a noise when that flash comes through. There's a chance that they actually punish this fast cap player. The smokes come down. The CTs are probably a little bit worried right now. Yeah, here's the perfect time to make progress if you're on the CT side. Or sorry, T side. But oh my god, incredible damage. 2 kills, in fact.
Alexi, as he... Oh, and he gets a third.
That's
A
not-
trio of smoke spam headshots for Alexi B. NBK burns Zantares, and the op will answer here in the hands of Searson. He's got 3 more players to take down. Scout included here for Mantu in the open. The op misses, and there's no chance at a recovery. 4 rounds straight for OG.
He's the luckiest, you know, son of a bee to be walking at the moment, because how often do you see 3 players dying when you normally see maybe some damage on players crossing, and then you're in a pretty okay spot on CT side. Crazy stuff from Alexi B.
The fact that he gets both those kills as well, with like the last 5 shots in the first mag.
Yeah.
You know, damage is one thing, that's kind of what you expect, but to line up both those headshots, hot damn.
Oh, yeah, the
timing.
timing.
Hey, I'm walking in. And Alexi holding the line.
They were, to be fair, coming through with that vertical stack again to try to attack the Opera. They've done that more than a couple of times. You'd like to see that from Big Clan.
Giving themselves the best chance possible. Enough utility here to go into some kind of a short exec as well. Currently, it is Mantu over towards the CT cross. And the smokes rain forward. Mantu's still just waiting for them to round that corner again. Another collection of utility. And they know all these lines, right? They try to keep their heads down. Alexi, he's going to hit it. On the flank, it is him and Issa with 2 kills. Now the Deagles need to prevail for Big, and they're not going to find themselves a single frag so far. Fire on his feet. Keto killed, and the 5-0 start for...
To happen every round. If they get into that situation again, you're thinking Big are still in a pretty good spot. So I don't think I would be necessarily worried if I were them. And look at that. You know, you're poking the bear, jumping across mid over the smoke.
Yeah, you're giving him all he needs. Tizian dives down into the pit. Valda able to punish Tabson as he tries to pound the rounds through smoke. So they exchange kills and leave us 4v4. This could have been an excellent moment for Big. They would have had the 5v4, they would have everybody out long. Now there's just that little bit more confidence here in the back of the minds of OG. Valda, great grenade damage. And he's going to play around the side of this. He's going to get flashed through from Alexi. I thought maybe he'd take that chance, man. It'd be a wild move to make. Montu's gonna burn down to 50. Valda's gonna take the boost instead. I mean, they hear all of this movement, but it's a matter of shutting it down. They line up. Zantares loses his head, and Searson now starting to round these corners. Takes just 1 player with him. Valda's got that fast answer. Good beat from Tizian. He's finally on the scoreboard. And while it's half health for the 2 players up from Big, all the kills so far belong to Valda. He is on for the ace. And Tizian's looking to lock him in. Bomb planted, time ticking, and, well, Valda's been shut down now. Montu, 50 HP. Both these players tagged, and that is a quick shot onto Tizian.
You could die wall bang here.
1 more. Just 1 more shot needs to connect. And Keto cowering behind these boxes, thinking about going for the peak as Montu gets all the closer, and he misses the flick that he needs. Big.
Want to risk it for the damage at top mid, or do you just want to go off a timing grenade instead of, you know, showing yourself? Because Searson's got nothing better to do at the beginning of the round than spot the mid cross. So he's going to be there again, just like he was in those past 2 rounds, and you probably will get punished. Either way, OG take the risk, and they had maybe they felt like they had rounds to play with.
Well, lesson learned. We'll see if Issa minimizes the mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, and again, once they approach the site, they go through with that plan. The long control, into the walk up, into the turn the corner, and it goes better. Oh man, they're using this again. Oh, it works so well. CTs have been disrupted entirely. They're terrified, right?
Yeah, and they're gonna have to focus over towards tunnels. There's 3 players coming at them.
They're so far. We've got the long setup. No one's ready to push just yet. Keto's controlling mid, and they can go through with the full B split. Keto just wants to delay as long as possible and just let people know if they're coming out. But Big, they probably want to execute soon because he is being left hung out to dry.
Yeah, he's trying to keep him honest here in the spawn, and sure enough, takes the head of Alexi. They're getting closer towards the tunnel, but Issa locks down that first frag. He confirms there's more players here, and NBK from Car starts to lend a helping hand. 2 kills, 3 for NBK. He is 5-1 early, and OG right back to winning ways.
Yeah, it was a really strong hold. It's a little bit kind of surprised that they're, I guess, able to stop them all at this point, but I mean, I guess nice shots were hit on the first couple of kills. But Keto even gets his frag. I think I felt like Big were in such a strong position whether or not Keto gets a kill because of how much time he took off the clock, but they were not worried at all. That mid-split didn't actually come as he was the only one out there, so yeah. I mean, they set themselves up. 4v2 for the entry, couldn't get it.
Ooh, Issa.
And now Issa, he bites back.
All right, Issa up and down mid, gets the better of tabseN. I mean, OG will be happy to take it. Now let's see if NBK can keep them at bay yet again. Frag's gonna be great. Half of the health off Keto and Tizian. Now he peeks alongside that Molotov, just mowing them down. NBK makes it look easy. Issa gives the cover that he needs, and the taps of the USP go dry. But hey, they get there in the end. Nice 3-piece from Issa. Nice 7th round win for OG.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess the half has started to disappear. There's still, of course, chances. A bye coming up right now. We'll see if they can pull through on another with another good idea and meet it with good execution as well. Again, doesn't feel like Big are out of this, even though the scoreline is very steep. So far, some good rounds, and OG have been fortunate on top of playing quite well. I mean, you know, 2-man hold right there, survived the anti-eco. Issa picking up the op, which is cool. Great map for Issa in general. I mean, one of the maps I feel like that has gotten him probably in most people's memories, like knowing Issa standout performances on DUST2 is a feature for him. Okay, so Big do very well at this point in the round when they get long control this easily. But somehow, they've caught an OG off guard with this fast control multiple times. What happens now, though? OG have tunnels control. They still seem to be maybe unsure, but they're going to get some info now back soon. And, you know, surely the CT side is going to be more in a winning position. Mantu escorting NBK into the lower tunnels. CT's now pressed forward and probably suspicious of this play coming up. But the players are not exactly in place necessarily to do anything about it.
Yeah, they just got boosted. That nade's big. Oh, that's hefty.
There we go.
3 Cs, nice and thick. Alexi's just going to play around the side of the smoke as well. The timing was working out well, but he looks away. And that's going to give away a man advantage. Valdez here to try and clamber back into the control of things. He's got 2 more players, gets himself Tizian. But cover being given from the op. Xantera is working in sight on his own. Does this call the other 2 players into action? They're getting closer and closer and trying to lend that helping hand. 20 seconds to spare here. Despair here for OG, as they cannot interrupt that bomb plant. They try to and almost get Xantera's blown to smithereens. Instead, he's going to take a position closer towards Goose.
Yeah. They could go through with a boost. 2 players here. They could do it silently if they want to. seersun.
Perfect flash. That's massive. But then Xanteras comes in from elbow. Even with 12 HP, he is fine. Hit him with the jumping shot. Oh, doesn't see him. And that's going to cost him. Shot to the back of the head. It is Xanteras.
And you still have to leave someone tunnels. You still have Mantu who's opping, who can't actually rotate that quickly. So the advantages aren't necessarily clear for the CT side, even though they do a good job of getting the info.
Oh, man. It looked like Xanteras was about to punish that. But a little bit of a flash is enough for OG to retreat and for him to give them that space to breathe. seersun, though, very early posted up on the cat corners. And there's no challenge from the CTs in middle. So Alexi B walks right into his death. Now seersun can go ahead and allocate his attention to mid. This pushes the rest of Big to go 4 versus 2 on this A site. And they're actually taking damage as there's a gap on this smoke. AK taps from tabseN, and seersun with another sniper kill, but Valda, he throws himself down ramp, and he almost gets a second for his efforts, but seersun seems to be everywhere. On ramp, man, he's 12-6.
That pistol round, the hold on A.
seersun hits those.
I honestly, like, really, the game plan is just so, it's just so apparent for Big, like, what they want to get out of it. And they're, like, it's working. Like, they're just punishing long over and over and over again. This, of course, is just around no investment here for OG, but it's obviously a very commonplace strategy to just go for this versus ecoing players. Maintain that distance. Not walk into any hard crossfires.
Ooh, pistol push. Issa's able to get himself two, and BK with another. This is just USPs. Oh, but there it is. The end comes through.
Good damage, though.
Fantastic. All the bodies lined up.
Yeah, the 3 frags, that's a success. For no investment, that's a success. You take that. All right, 4 to 7. Op investment. What is going to be the play? And are Big Clan playing off spawns at all? That's one thing I'm not sure of. Are they just taking a series of long spawns that they see over and over again? Or are they specifically just going to attack long no matter what?
Well, this was a hell of a B spawn.
It's kind of the question, yeah. Whoa, 3 players jump suicide. They are going to hear, I guess, some of the long control coming in, and then they just pounce down mid, looking for the fast aggression. Issa, will he get caught off is the question.
His flash goes over top, but they're already inside the doors. He lines up 2 players, and he only gets 1. They could retreat, but Alexi B, now he's fired off. Damn, I thought he was going to get caught from Catwalk, but he's able to eject down into the CT spawn. We get this re-aggression from Big. Everybody from middle joining forces with Searson and Tunnels and looking to puncture through this B site. It is NBK again at bat. We've seen him go big with the multi-kills, and he kicks it off well. Zanteres goes down, smoke fades, Tizian's next, and NBK still almost 100 health, but it's Searson's double sniper that suddenly puts us 2v2. Tabson's got back turned, and he's got them both. Nice.
Okay, they're alone inside the B site. Let's regroup for Tunnels. They go through quick with the execution, but the 2 frags that come in seem like everything. And then Tabson comes through with the late round play to really seal things up, and it's a disaster economically here for OG. Back to pistols again.
Single kill for Valda. Tizian wastes no time, sees all of that presence on long, assumes he can go parading into A, and he is correct in assuming so. They do, however, now have their hands on an AK. Alexi would have to go above and beyond, but hey, there's the first one from him. Searson does some damage towards the player on car. Everything's good. Mantu, another pistol kill. A 2v2 turn 2v1 as NBK, that committed B player, tries to come up from spawn. Searson takes his head off. Big.
And Inferno, taking a similar path. We'll see how it gets closed out. Always love to give, especially more credits to the team who wins the final rounds of the half, feeling confident coming into half number 2 and also showing that they could adapt. And Searson, he could barely see a thing. Shrouded in that smoke, still gets the kill on Valda, but the trade is back.
And the spray is good. Keto commits.
Wow.
And OG are killed. Kind of treading in the water here. 2 versus 4. Issa on the plat.
He can do it.
Gets the better of Zanteres. Good dink. Issa off of platform right back to the 2v2. And in fact, now OG, they've got a health advantage, but Tizian's patience, oh, it pays off. And Keto finds the other kill elsewhere to tie this game at 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought they were in a pretty good spot for a second, and then I'm not sure. Maybe he felt like he needed to take a risk there as they lost, as it felt like long control, or Mantu maybe called long and he ran into tunnels. I don't even know. This is actually such a nice spray transfer. He not only has to spray, it's like tracking too.
Yeah, flicks to the corner, tracks into the
left,
open.
And your bullets are up to the right, and then he has to track it back with that in mind. That's very, very impressive.
Nicely done. Final half, or round of the first half, rather. Oh, Searson's like, yeah, you didn't get by me. No. But of course, now they're going to be on high alert. All they have to do is just hold the brakes here.
Yeah, he fee on Ketos here inside of the long doors.
Oh, he's so blind. I mean, defense is stacked. This is a fight on 2 fronts. There's like this inevitability of the flank coming through that they want to catch, but also a great boost from Tabson, finding Valda, who's been pretty instrumental in terms of A holds.
What'd you call him? A
holds. NBK no longer standing stranded in the B site here at bat. Through smoke, gets the better of Zanteres, but while flying through the car, Keto gets a kill. Alexi with the single, and suddenly it is Issa all alone. 1 versus 3 to close out this T side. A T side that, might I add, was once 7-1. Turn
with the skin on. Little inside meme from your stream. Kiwis with the skin on.
A pistol round.
Yeah, the pistol round.
Hey, there's a guy in lower. Look, quick. Searson's about to do something special.
Ooh.
Well, he hit that. He did hit that.
He did hit it, yeah. The damage counts. And he gets out. He doesn't die. He doesn't drop a USP. Doesn't give that over. Doesn't give up the... Like, he just holds on to this map control with his teammate. It looks like maybe a B-split's oncoming, so, I mean, look at Big. Dude, Big, they definitely did their homework on DUST2. The game plan, it just seems like they're just calling out a number of things. Trusting Keto. He gave him the keys to the A site. They said, we're waiting for this B-split to come through.
And BK is going to be the front runner. He did have himself a solid first half. Some really nice defensive moments on the B site. Great flashbang down to the bottom of middle. But poor Searson can't quite make the most of it. They line up, though. And the USPs have a field day. Oh, gee, they've lost possession of bomb. And poor Mantu, who was gushed so early on, now has so little to work with.
Man, the way they approached the attack was amazing. You know, they let the B-split come out. They have the first line of defense, luring OG forward, saying, Tabson, get a kill or not. Let's see what happens. And, yeah, it calls out the game plan entirely. Plus, they get the B-site players to come out of the site to fight mid while they're still there. And that leaves, you know, Montu...
Good thing Valda was one of the players who was not blinded, because that's what shut down the CT peak, which could have just put a complete end to OG. They almost contest through middle. But OG will concede this round economically. 2 P250s. That's 600 bucks. Tizian pressing his face into the corner to ensure that they can't pop past the doors. And instead, OG will find some wiggle room. Catwalk's open. Run boost alongside Alexi B, who has already dropped that bomb. Damage good from the scout here. Searson just pounding shots down as Tabson takes the kills away, and that's what you want. That is money, baby.
Yeah. 1 point. I mean, we're up to 10 rounds in a row here for Big Clan. Plus looking very, very smart both in the first and second half now, provably with the setup on that pistol round. Tabson looking to start off this round hot, but he gets denied. However, it's a push on this bonus round to combine 2 MP9s, the clampdown, actually 3 players in the tunnels. The T's don't know what's going on here, and we've got 1 person walking spawn.
Oh, that MP7 comes up a little bit short, and BK through doors could find another, but instead it's the lower tunnels push.
They know that the bomb was bad.
Oh, dunked on.
Okay.
Alexi just nails the grenade.
However,
Zantares has a chance.
and he knows that they haven't crossed, maybe, no, he doesn't realize it. He thinks they have crossed back to A, but they actually continued pushing forward. However, they slowed it down quite a bit, and it does open things up for Zantares slightly. Mantu might be a little bit worried. Valda on full HP is really the saving grace for OG in this situation. They have a lot more confidence moving forward. And yeah, Zantares is committing hard to the idea that they're walking slowly up long.
Wrong. They're inside the B site. That smoke grenade's going to confirm it. So poor Zantares, I think, just has to concede this one. Let it slip. Let it go.
Yeah, still a pretty decent round for Big. They knock down a lot of rifles here. They're the ones on the bonus. They get SMG kills as well to help bolster their economy. They move into the next round knowing that they countered another attack in some sense, even though they lost a couple of duel. Okay.
Close, bro.
So close.
Smoke over the top of long. It's Issa on the entry. Oh, they come through the smoke, and Tizian opens up 5v4.
That's big. This is a round that you should convert already. Long control versus long control. A lot is known about both setups, except, you know, one team's got the 5v4. That's pretty much all that happened. So MBK tries to get something for it, getting out mid. Unfortunately, he knows that this is, you know, counterplay that's going to be anticipated, but maybe it can still amount to something. We'll see. Bomb gets dropped back of mid, and Searson sees an arm. He's got an op in hand. He's still hanging out.
Oh, Tabson Ooh, tries to peek back into it. Is this the key to a bit of a comeback? NBK finds that entry through middle. Xanteras, he's trying to buy his time. Good spray control to answer back. But Valda's got a quick headshot and a second, unraveling the B site on his own.
Damn, okay. That was a couple of cool kills here from Valda. Maybe we can just watch that back, because that was everything. Player in the sight. Xanteras looked like he was about to get more from the window if he stayed alive, but a good supporting flash as well to help them continue forward with that attack. Valda 17 and 13 off that round. And MBK does find some compensation for this play out mid, even though it looked like tabseN was aware of it for a bit. He was setting up for some grenades to help out seerson. And there it is, the two-player entry with the bomb on his back and everything.
Valda giving him the swiftness. Xanteras waited out that first kill at the base of middle. Good spray control as well, just firing through the crack of the bricks.
The tough part is, like, you just don't want to go into your, like, the elimination game now is just
versus Astralis?
Crazy because it's because it's got versus Astralis now, where we see NIP playing so incredibly well, and you know, and maybe Astralis didn't play incredibly well themselves, but you know they're just going to get warmed up, and it's just a nightmare tomorrow.
If the end of 2020 taught us anything, it's that Astralis and, like, you know, lower bracket comebacks are there.
Pretty much they have better odds in lower bracket to win the tournament than upper bracket. I think that might actually be a true stat. I'm not sure if it is, but
ooh, what you doing, Mantu?
Well, that's crazy. Mantu's actually holding for the lower tunnels push. seerson goes right into it, being farther back from the angle. I mean, that is just genuinely him knowing that Montu could be there with an op holding, but he's got an advantage because there's a wall in front of Montu covering half his body.
Oh, grenade's decent. Alexi's gonna go low. Remember, we're working with two Desert Eagles here for big. But we've also got the off on seerson. He eats a flash, and then NBK takes him down. Tizian burning all the way to 29 HP, and there's nobody on long for big. They are very much scrambled in their spawn.
I would say I'm loving the flashbangs here from OG. They're coming out at the perfect moment. They look well coordinated. These attacks have been pretty decent. I mean, seerson dying is the big one, right? He's on a very deep angle. If he gets a kill, 5v3, even if he dies, there's still opportunity for a rotation. It gets very scary for OG, but the flashes have been great. The flash on Xanteras when they attacked into B-site with Valda was perfect. So that's been incredibly on point. And Big have been in pretty decent spots in the early round, and yet OG have found themselves comfortably back in. But these tactics that we're seeing, like this play from seerson at the beginning, I think that's what's the most scary when you're thinking about OG, because they're really begging the question, can OG keep up in terms of homework? I mean, it's only a few more gimmicks before this entire game falls apart.
Yep.
And then therefore the series. That's a very nice disruptive Molotov as well to deny them from coming up to fight them as they're crossing. And that for me, that one round marks now the first time I really felt hope for, I guess, OG to actually close this game out. Holding my breath at the 7-1 because it felt like Big were playing well.
Yeah.
Then they did. And then we go into the second half, the streak continues, but now OG, they actually look like they might be
big
ready.
Push. A couple players back here on the site. Keto's got just one so far. It's Mantu to get the crucial kill. Xanteras, he's got players blind ahead of him, but now they've regained vision. Have they regained control? He's slipped beyond them, and then he gets pinched between two players. Tizian, top mid, big pickup. Getting Valda opens the rotation for seerson and Tizian to join forces.
Ooh, it's tense.
Oh, I love a good 2v2. And it's on the B bomb site of Dust as well. Smoke goes over towards tunnels. Molotov right on top of one of these T's. Tizian pushes through, and Alexi B goes down. seerson gives cover, and Big take an 11.
Yeah, okay. Well, okay, we got seerson rifling the 2v2 retake from Big. An unlikely spot. The molly comes down early. 10 seconds stick. Enough time to put this round together. 11 to 10 off that, and yeah, that's kind of scary. The attack actually looked good. The hold looked better, I guess, but
just a sick sequence of utilities. Smoking off tunnels, which nullified the second player in the post plant because the molly burned him from car into tunnels, and then seerson, who flashes high, goes ahead and gets that last frag as well. So not only is he chucking out all this utility for Tizian to just focus forward on the frags, but then he even gets the headshot to close it. Very sweet 2v2.
Yeah, didn't even notice that. Just zoned him.
So seerson
Searson, the Searson show. Well, that's really cool. But again, hope is not lost. Okay, that was, you know, OG going up against a really strong hold and then still surmising the entries, bringing it to the 2v2. That's still an advantage at that point in the round. They're still looking pretty good. Utility damage soaring high here. Alexi B, Issa. Wow, that is an astronomical amount of damage here across all three of those players, Valda, Alexi B, and Issa. It's kind of very nice to see, and it's Big Clan who are on the CT side here. So again, definitely looks competitive.
Alexi takes a bit of early damage, down to 65.
One final question might be, and the thing that maybe swings this game one way or the other is, you know, is Montu prepared to fight and win against Searson when he needs to? Because I think if we look at the kill matrix, it feels like Searson has been the better player. He has been the better player, at least in this series so far. And of course, that is the weight that you have to live with when you're an opper. Unfortunately, and especially on a map like DUST2.
And not just in terms of like the head-to-head between Searson and Montu. Just overall, Searson's got a lot of clean kills.
Well, that for sure.
Heavy impact.
Definitely.
Like a sack of rocks. NBK, though, he's been a bit of a jackknife, a bit of a can opener in some of these rounds, man. Taking that risk, walking out tunnels, peeking out mid, doing what he has to. You know, we went back to talk about the opening kills between him and Alexi, but it's Keto to find almost the second, a little bit of a jump, draws Mantu into it, and Keto with another crucial multi-kill. How many times in this series is he just gonna unravel a buy round? And this time it's not even inside of a bomb site. It's just straight up, heads up, in mid. Valda walks forward through the doors and dies. Tabson iced moments after. NBK goes all the way out middle, checks out CT, peeks around, sniffs things out, and then draws himself back in so that they can take out their grenade, so that they can go for their set piece. Keto just slips right into the middle of it and unravels it all. And when I say unravels it all, I mean there are ramifications. Look at the buy here for OG. Not only do they just lose the chance to tie at 11, but this is looking like Big can kind of soar forward towards the finish line. This is what we got on Inferno as well. That crucial swing moment that kind of opened up the door for Big. And they never let off the pedal once they saw their chance. We'll see. There's still a scout on the play in the hands of NBK. There's Deagles as well to work with. But Big looking good tonight. AK kill for Tabson. There is a quick answer. Searson missing the op shot and taking damage, as is Xantares. But now OG, they're kind of stranded out in the elbow, and there's not much grease on this one.
Now they got all the proper grenades for that point of the cross, and Searson maintains, so they can't push forward, denying that forward presence. But Valda starts to open things up again. Headshot in on Searson on the ramp. This is really going to be a point of relief for him, actually. This might even open up the plant entirely. We'll see how he reads the round, but it looks like he's playing for the round as opposed to for the plant.
Yeah.
And now that he feels comfortable, the idea that they've made a rotation, the round is his oyster, really, but he hasn't moved just yet. Still nervous about this potential long play and CT.
Yeah, but they're both coming up from Cat.
Whoa, okay, Jesus. The only issue there is just, of course, like, you know, it's kind of like if you try to have it all, then you try to cover every single thing, then you're very weak to all of those different things as well. So took no risks there. And
never did like the red flag go up in the potential of Catwalk. He was so...
I mean, maybe that has been something they've always tried to do, but it feels very, very apparent in this series so far.
And this is the round that could get us closer to sealing the deal.
I think if he just continued forward, I guess he would have, they could have jumped up and decided to tag him, but he's dead, and so is his best friend. Tabson's out, comes down to Tizian.
And he almost gets a chance at a second.
Has odds on one fight, but not the second.
You know, we got to laugh at the awkwardness of that first kill.
So
but
awkward.
Obviously, OG, they're not taking a chance to laugh at all. They just sprint up Cat, get that second kill. And this is an 11th round for OG. So, you know, in hindsight, big pickup from Issa finding Searson on Cat. tried to extend for an opening kill, and, well, we've got OG within 2 instead.
Yeah, they can play, you know, they can play around in that regard. I mean, the money is kind of low, I guess. They got the op to save at least. I mean, they certainly weren't doing anything like completely out of the box, or out of the blue, I should say. They just lost on the tactic, punished here for OG, which is nice for them, but yeah, it's quite a hill so far for OG to climb. It feels like there's very few redeeming qualities, and I mean, I also it's hard to tell. Also, if it's just how good Big are playing right now that's making this look worse for OG, or if OG would be, you know, if you were to interview OG right now, what would they say? Would they say, we just weren't playing well? Or would they say, damn, Big were actually 1 for 1, that's all they needed? 2-round lead.
Hey, I'm all for it.
Wow.
Makes things a bit more competitive.
Wait, did they buy 2 ops?
Yeah, they just bought another one.
Gotcha.
Saved 1, bought a second.
Well, that strengthens a save round or a force up, whatever you want to call it.
Although, of course, limitations in the sense that Tizian's 5-7 only. And we may never even see an op shot come out. Keto, he's watching bottom middle, and this is a 5-guy hit from OG on B. Instant headshot versus tabseN, and a smoke grenade plumes blocking off Keto. With 2 ops and a lost B bomb site, do you just transition to the save?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Done.
Don't even go for it. No point in trying. I mean, OG didn't know that they had 2 ops. But fair play. Okay, so this is the only thing, okay? They know that 1 op was saved.
Yep.
And they don't know that there's going to be a buy behind it. We could see that the money is not in a great place for Big Clan. So I think for OG, the most sensible thing to do was some kind of full execute, right? This would be the way to counter at least 1 op. If there was 1 on the site, maybe a couple of pistoling players, still the better place to go than to try to go long and fight seerson out there walking around. So, you know, Big, maybe they didn't really have the option to do anything to really catch OG off guard by buying a second op. But, of course, on the bright side, they just insta-save if it is a B hit. So I think they're maybe not all that concerned about it. And this next round, they'll have even better guns potentially here.
All right.
You know, I mean, the money's actually not amazing.
Now we get that bit of an elevation from at least Valda, who will join him at the top of the scoreboard as the round count continues. The 26th now live. And again, we get a near mirrored buy of the previous round. Lots of damage versus seerson to start this one.
Yeah, looking like a late long hit here, or maybe they're just waiting for the push. I don't know.
Well, the push is coming.
Yeah, this is control here inside of the long doors, looking like waiting for a flash maybe. Yeah, that perfect. Instant kill, and they can move forward off of that, but look who's waiting for him. It's seerson here at the corner off of card. Drops this, you know, ephemeral cover here, 15 seconds of waiting, watching the cat cross. No one to attack him out at towards long, and now he can start to reposition into maybe a more comfy place. Flashes have been good for OG. Let's see if they've got some more.
Yeah, the bomb is up close. It gets canceled out by Alexi, and seerson cannot take a single tick of damage. He's keeping himself on a swivel here, waiting for that challenge to come around the smoke. And there's a long flank as well from Big. seerson pops up, and they never saw that one coming. It's a 2 versus 2, and Xantera's almost in position. NBK, looking backwards, finds his headshot, and now it falls to Keto. A killer on Inferno. Crucial rounds from him, and now they're planting in the open. This changes everything. He's going to completely redirect, and he might actually get into position to stop NBK, but NBK saves the day with both.
Took a shot, fell back. You know, even if he... Okay, what is happening? 2 kills already. Minute 46. 2 dead at mid. Long control here for the T side. They're coming out in full force. There are just pistols here for Big Clan.
Oh, and the scout's dead. The scout did its job. It got that kill through doors. Tried to reposition quickly. Now it's in the hands of Tizian. He hits that shot. Alexi's walking wounded. And OG, I mean, they can't let the electricity of this round, that very quick start, kind of consume them. Grab that bomb, fall back. You're still in control of the better weapons.
Oh my God, but look at this. I can't believe it. Actually, Big go out for... Oh, this is... Okay, look, Big have every incentive to go and get long control because it might be a risk, but they need the guns. They get the guns, plus they get the info, and now they're on the fast flank. And OG took a huge risk by leaving this. And now,
another AK.
An AK plus the flank. tabseN doesn't know that they're right here, but they're so far away, he can't be heard
they're
running.
everywhere. He just taps him back. Valda's going to turn around to stop it. Oh, tabseN. He had no clue he was about to walk around the corner and find what he did. But he does what he has to. This is the big problem. They've left Valda in a clutch with still enough time to redirect. Neither of these CTs have armor. Valda still very much has the edge, especially versus Tizian, who's just working with that scout, but he's going to need to get the entry, and he just dodged a shot. Tizian's going to go to the window, grenades in hand. Valda, dude, how has he not been punished for this?
15 seconds.
He's going to need the bomb plant or both frags. He could peek out that window and just shut them down. It's going to be a tap, and there he comes in with the first headshot. 7 seconds. Xantares has come out from car. Valda has to commit. Xantares needs to hit one shot, and that's exactly what he does. Big, thanks to the flank from tabseN, rob a way around.
Down to the wire.
Dude.
There's just so much to, again, so much to unpack. Okay, this was a metagame, I feel like. Okay, number one, the guns get dropped at long, right? So I think, this is what I think. What is that, a bear? Okay. Alexi B, I think Alexi B says we can leave these here at long, and we know that the CTs want to come and grab them, but they're going to be scared.
Yeah.
So let's go for, whatever, a big rotation around. But big, they come out right away to reclaim, and they find out no one's there. It's just so
keep
much
going.
value. And then they keep going. They've got pistols, right? They have every reason in the world to go out and explore, and then they punish so hard, and it's just a huge play by tabseN. It kind of falls into his lap, but the play to go and reclaim long control was where the round was won in the first place, whether he knew it or not.
God. Fun round.
That was. And for 14, wow. What on earth?
Yeah, somebody had to take a lead off of that last one. Turns out it's big. When it shouldn't have been. Now we're back into a more standard situation. We've got long control for big. Alexi sizing up mid control. Remember, last time they went for that, they got the mid control. That's when we saw Keto come into them and take 3 players down. tabseN's grenade is on the money. That is impact. And that's just gotta tell OG, like, oh, they know we're here. You know, they are on high guard.
Yeah.
Gonna stick a player back by Goose. Here comes that full-blown execute. They could still redirect, but it doesn't look likely. They're coming in with the nades. Heavy. searsin's gonna fall off of the angle. Perfect peek from tabseN. searsin actually burning one alive as tabseN just does so much damage. Alexi's gonna find something, but 1 kill. Bomb drop. 20 seconds left. He is doomed. And big.
Fragger and IGL in this match. And now, potentially, last chance saloon. I mean, this is such an important match again tomorrow. The loser plays against Astralis.
That's not a reward in any way. searsin, 22 and 17, blinded for the moment. It is him and tabseN both tied at 22. And OG actually disengaged from long. There is nothing on the B side. There is nothing in middle for big. But now they're sent scrambling back to this opposite side of the map. And with that smoke, Alexi won't know.
It looks like the CTs are the ones who are running around with pistols. They're the ones who came off a full buy. But look, they get back into the perfect positions, ready to defend.
Oh, but he heard that scope. Alexi heard the scope, and searsin still hits that shot. Snaps down into it. Keto, he's gonna get an off kill of his own. So much damage yet again, and Big Clan finish off DUST2.
In style. Disgusting from Big Clan.